Today's horoscope, Leo June 8, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. With Venus now square to your sign for several weeks, you could feel you need to work a little harder to attract the things, people, and circumstances you want. However, with reputation and career, you have more charm and diplomacy at your disposal. People in authority, such as teachers, parents, or bosses, tend to hold you in good favor. Why? Oh, you are more aware of how you're coming across, too, with Venus in a visible spot at the top of your solar chart. Still, Mercury is about to move into your privacy sector, and you can keep some key ideas and plans to yourself. Still, you project a warmer image or more appealing energy to the world. The feedback is generally positive, and you're attracting situations that become you. Early today, there can be a tendency for compulsive behavior if stress is left unchecked. Watch for a perfectionist attitude or going to extremes to make something work for you when it may be better to enjoy what you already have. The tendency can be to make life more difficult than it needs to be when a simpler, easier path is available. Fortunately, as the day advances, it's easier to prioritize and center yourself. Today and tomorrow could bring an essential conversation that opens up your mind and horizons. As mental Mercury, the planet of the mind and communication, swings through your solar house of FR. Friendships, communities, and groups, he will unite in perfect conjunction with joyous Jupiter, the planet of expansion. This may make you feel euphoric that your community or a best friend supports you and sees your perspective on life. This would be a 5-star day to travel or plan for travel, as well. Happiness, good news, and growth in your personal life are all in the air. Ideas are a dime a dozen, so corner the market. You're filled with good energy and able to capitalize on every new notion. Don't be afraid to think outside the box, where the best ideas are. You don't always say what you want for fear of hurting other people's feelings. This does little for you, except to build resentment that comes out in unintended, subtle ways. Clearing the path for self-expression is a good practice to get into. Try practicing telling yourself what kind of day you're going to have in the morning. Look straight into the mirror and talk to yourself. This sounds silly, but it works, especially wit. The current celestial energy at play. The essence of a vibration will encourage you to rejuvenate yourself. While you generally love interacting and doing for others, there comes a time where you need to tend to your own needs, if not for a short time. If you continuously put out, you'll eventually run out of energy and resources. Allow the soothing energy of this vibration to lead you toward activities that will help you to refill. You'll find that you have far more to offer once you've done this. At the same time that Venus is settling into her first full day in your career sector after 6 years, Uranus, the planet that since 2019 has kept things on track professionally or has allowed for a more authentic setting of your professional goals and ambitions, moves into his final month. Held back by a retrograde phase and still not up to full speed, instead of rushing through, Venus will be here until just before the end and as the planets that rule through the laws of attraction and chronicity, this is when everything could start coming together. With Mercury, the planet of communication, still 3 weeks away from your relationship sector, in its final hours in your communication sector, the moon is doing its best to get the communication lines open. With no planetary activity in your communication sector, a visit that began 2 days ago with a friendly aspect to Pluto in your relationship sector is making it easier to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice. Daily planetary overview. Right now, the cosmic energy is complex but deeply meaningful. The fallen moon in Scorpio forms a powerful opposition to Venus in Taurus and squares Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, an intense combination that stirs up deep emotions and forces us to ask one crucial question: what do you truly want? This isn't the kind of question you can answer lightly. It might hit you in quiet moments while you're lying awake at night, walking alone, or sitting across from someone you love. There's a pull in your spirit. One part of you may feel restless, like something needs to shift. Another part of you may feel hesitant, even resistant, to letting go of what's familiar. And that's okay. Change can be uncomfortable, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, money, or how we care for ourselves. But here's the truth: nothing will grow if you stay stuck where you are. This planetary alignment is a clear sign that transformation is not just possible, it's necessary. You're being nudged, maybe even pushed, to rise to the occasion. And though it might feel unsettling, it's ultimately a gift. Because in that tension lies a doorway. If you're willing to step through it, you'll begin to align with your most honest desires, the ones you've perhaps buried or dismissed because they felt too big, too bold, or too vulnerable. You might notice yourself becoming more magnetic now. Others are drawn to your intensity, your presence, your quiet strength. Whether you're collaborate ing with colleagues, brainstorming ideas with friends, or sharing space with someone you love, this is an incredible time to connect with others. Your energy is contagious in the best possible way and people are eager to help you succeed. But here's a gentle reminder, don't take their support for granted. A simple thank you, a returned favor, or showing genuine interest in their lives will go a long way in nurturing these bonds. If you've been sitting on a dream, now is the moment to give it some oxygen. Dust off that plan you've tucked away. Maybe it's a creative project, a career move, a wellness goal, or a vision for your future that you've been too unsure to act on. The stars are aligning to give you both the clarity and the courage to start. You don't need to have it all figured out, just begin. Take one small, confident step forward. And while you're forging ahead, remember to care for your well-being. Right now, your physical and mental balance is strong, and that sense of calm is something others notice and appreciate. Keep nurturing it through movement, rest, nourishing food, and moments of stillness. If you've been running non-stop, consider this your permission to pause and replenish. A rested you is a powerful you. Emotionally, things might get stirred up. You could find yourself questioning the motives of people around you or sensing that something's being kept from you. Don't jump to conclusions or spiral into drama. Instead, be patient. If something feels off, give yourself time before reacting. You don't need to solve everything today. Let the intensity pass, and revisit the issue when your perspective is clearer and your heart is steadier. This applies to financial matters too. You might feel an urge to make a purchase or investment, but it's wise to hold off. There are subtle complications at play, and waiting a bit could lead to a much better outcome. Trust your instincts and don't rush into anything just to ease a temporary discomfort. What's meant for you won't pass you by. And here's something powerful to consider. When was the last time you truly let yourself receive help, without guilt or hesitation? Gather your people, your community, your friends, your chosen family and do something meaningful together. Whether it's a project, a cause, or just a shared experience, your collective energy can bring real, lasting change. When you pour your effort into something that benefits others, the ripple effect is remarkable and the universe always finds a way to give back. So let me ask you, what's one change you've been putting off that your heart is now quietly asking you to face? Share it in the comments, whether it's a small habit, a new beginning, or a decision you're ready to make. You never know who might be walking the same path and feel encouraged by your story. As you move through this emotionally charged but powerfully transformative time, keep coming back to your truth. You are strong enough to change, wise enough to wait, and brave enough to act. The emotional waves you're riding are leading you somewhere important, trust that.